coming out tonight. Thank you very much for coming out. I'm excited to be out of the house as I just got married a couple months ago. Well, I'm proud of that because all the ladies applaud and all the guys kind of try not to look too disappointed. You know, that's the exciting thing. For women, you know, getting married is an exciting thing. Like when you get engaged, you know, when you get the ring, you get to brag to all your friends. You know, you get that, oh my God! It's gorgeous! We get shit. You go up to your friends, you're like, dude, I just got engaged. And he's like, idiot. Alright, man, how are we going to get this out? How are we going to get you out of this, man? Let's think. And then you wind up, you try and tell everybody, but there's always a couple guys who never get around to telling, so the way they figure it out is when they get the wedding invitation in the mail. I don't know about you guys, but I've never written another man a letter. So when something that is very nice in calligraphy shows up in the mailbox, he knows something is up. You know? Pull it out, it's linen, you open it up, it's like 13 envelopes inside, it's a piece of vellum, everything's thermography. I don't know what that is, but it costs like $180. It's just a very elaborate way of telling your friend, dude, we are never allowed to hang out, ever. That'll be $400. I had a good time at my wedding, but it wasn't like the most fun wedding I've ever been to because I used to always like to go to other people's weddings, get as drunk as possible, and molest one of the bridesmaids. That was a lot of fun. One time, I've been drinking gimlets for the whole wedding. Do you know what these are? Gimlets are basically gin and lime juice, so you smell like Skittles and English tea. On gimlets, and I grab this bridesmaid, and I've never met her, she doesn't know me, and I drag her off, and we go into a coat room, and we start making out, right? And as we're making out, you know, I'm rubbing on her and grabbing cheepies, because that's like what I like to do to strangers. And then I notice she's finding like a beeper under her bridesmaid's dress. And you know, I don't know her, she doesn't know me, and it kind of weirds me out, so I just grab her by the shoulders, and I go, "Are you wearing a wire?" And she says, "No, it's an insulin pump." How was the end of that there, huh? Another time I'm at my buddy's wedding and I'm hammered drunk on Manhattan this time. And I don't know how I get back to the room. My girlfriend, who's now my wife, she comes back a little later to find that I'm so drunk I locked her out. She has to have the front desk let her in. And in the morning, I don't know why she's so mad at me. I missed most of that, pretty much. So I wake up, she goes to the bathroom, she throws the sheets back, she storms off to the bathroom, she's all mad, and I wake up and I don't know what's going on, and it appears that I've shit the bed. Yes. Have you ever shit the bed? Neither have I. Okay, I was not ready at that morning in the hotel room to become a bed shitter. I was not emotionally prepared to cross that line. And I had to believe that no, I had not shit the bed, so I did the only rational thing. I sniffed it. Turns out it wasn't poo. What had happened was I was so drunk I had neglected to take the little chocolate off the pillowcase. And at some point during the evening, it had wedged itself perfectly. Peach. Quite a mess. I can't imagine how relieved I was to find my ass was full of Godiva chocolate. I don't normally do stand-up anymore. I kind of like stopped, you know, now that I'm married, because if you guys don't know this, the only reason to do stand-up is to get laid. Yeah, if you want to get laid and you can't play guitar, this is for you. That's what stand-up's all about. It's like kind of weird because, you know, I'm married, you know, and I go home to my wife every night and everything, so it's kind of strange. Like, you'll be hanging out after the show, and a girl will come up and talk to you after she sees the show, and, you know, all of a sudden you realize, oh my God, I can totally get this chick. Right? And you realize she wants to give you sex. I can't take the sex because I'm married. And suddenly I feel like really guilty and rude because who the fuck am I to say no to sex? I mean, who am I that I can go around turning down sex for everybody? I mean, that is ridiculous. So you start to get uncomfortable and you start making up excuses. You know, because it's really like trying to turn down dinner at somebody's house. You're like, oh no, honest to God, I thank you for the invitation. I mean, no, seriously, I love pussy. It's just that I ate a whole mess of pussy before. And my wife actually has pussy waiting for me at home. So I should really go home and eat that. My roommate's gonna eat it. He's an asshole like that. Unless I write Damion's pussy on the pussy, he thinks it's fair game. I like to keep it fresh in the marriage. I like to keep it sexy, do little fun things. Like, guys, here's one you can take home and do with your lady. You wake up first thing in the morning, you have morning wood. Here's what you do. Roll over and cram it in her. And she will awake the day with a pleasant surprise. I call that the alarm clock. The only problem is my wife has figured out the snooze alarm. That's the karate chop. My ass cheek. That guarantees I'll leave her alone for another 7 minutes. So being married is, you know, you look around and you sometimes get jealous about the freedoms that other people have, like especially like gay guys have it pretty good, huh? They're having a great time out there. And as much as I'm jealous and like kind of resentful toward them, I'm amazed you women haven't finally stood up to gay men. Because gay men are basically men saying to you, anything we can do better. Right? Anything you can do, we can do better. Gotta get that in the right order. And I'm not even talking about the cocksucking. I'm talking hair, makeup, and nails. Right, ladies? Who do you go to if you want to look your best? Gay men. And if you can't afford them, Koreans. That's the pending order of fabulousness right there. Gay men are like taking up, they're giving up the freedom, man. They're getting married. Friends of mine, gay guys that I know, they're adopting a kid, which I think is unbelievable. I think that's super cool that they're adopting a kid, but they weren't able to get one like easily. It was very difficult. Like, everybody was turning them down. They had to go to Russia. The Russian government turned them down. They had to go to China. China turned them down. China! Where they are drowning baby girls as fast as they can make them, turn them down. So I said, you guys don't take that, you go to China and you stand under a bridge. That's right. They didn't want to do that. I told them, here's what you do. Why don't you guys, you know, like, do the artificial insemination with a girl who wants to do that? They're like, no, we don't want, you know, one guy to be the father, one to be like a super uncle, you know. So I said, here's what you do. You guys, you both put a load in the turkey baster. And we call that Chelsea roulette. So I'm always saying inappropriate things, much like the past 8 minutes. And one time I'm up at this like liberal arts college up in Connecticut there, and it's really, really liberal, and I find out while I'm on stage that everyone in the audience is a women's studies major. And that blows my mind. I mean, because what kind of job are you hoping to get with a women's studies degree, right? Are you going to be bragging to your friends like, yeah, I got me a master's in women's studies. I'm hoping to get a job as a bitch. They hated that joke. They did not find that funny. One girl got so mad she threw a bottle at me.